problem is? You want to be liked. You want them to look at you and smile. You crave it, beg for it. Look at me! You scream with every move you make. But here's the thing, kid, they don't really want to see you. Nah, they want to see the version of you that makes them feel good. The version that fits into their little box. Their cozy little world where everything makes sense. But the second you show them the real you, the raw, unpolished, ugly truth, they can't take it. They run. They hate. They call you a freak, a failure, a monster. And you know why? Because you are their worst nightmare. You're what they're all hiding from. You've got all these feelings, this anger, this hurt, this mess of things you can't explain, right? But guess what, kid? So do they. The only difference? You've got the guts to live it. You show the world what they shove deep down inside themselves every day. You make them uncomfortable and they can't handle it. They're not ready for someone who doesn't play by the rules. Someone who isn't afraid to say, hey, I'm broken, but I'm still here. They want perfect. They want easy. They want fake. Let me tell you something about life, kid. It's cruel. It's twisted. You ever wonder why the world's always kicking you when you're down? Because that's the only time people feel big. When they see someone weaker than them. And when you're strong, when you rise from the ashes, they can't handle that either. So they try to bring you back down. They laugh in your face, spit in your direction. They tell you, you'll never make it. You're not enough. Who do you think you are? But that's where it gets interesting. See, that's where the real game starts. Because when they see that you don't break, when they see you're still standing there, bloody, bruised, but smiling, they panic. They can't believe it. How is this person still going? They ask themselves. Because in their minds, they would have given up. They would have curled up in a ball. But not you. You're still here. And that scares the hell out of them. And quit. But not you, You're something different, something real. Here's the kicker, they'll never admit it. Nope, they'll keep on hating, keep on pretending you don't matter. Why? Because admitting you scare them, admitting you make them feel small, that would mean facing their own demons. And that's something they just ain't ready for. You ever feel like you're all alone out there? Like no matter what you do, no one sees you? Good. That's how it's supposed to be. Because when you stop caring about what they think, you find a whole different kind of power. The kind that doesn't need their approval. The kind that doesn't need their love, their praise, or their damn sympathy. You walk your path. You decide what's right and what's wrong. But don't get it twisted, kid. This road, it's a lonely one. It's dark. It's ugly. You'll lose friends, family, people you thought would be with you forever. But that's just the price you've got to pay. People think strength is about muscles, money, or power. Nah, strength is standing there when everyone else turns their back. Strength is showing them the real you, even when it scares the hell out of them. And trust me, it will scare them. Because deep down, people are terrified of the truth. They're terrified of someone who doesn't need them. Someone who can walk through fire and come out the other side still breathing. You want to know the secret? The real secret to life is not about winning. It's not about success. It's about surviving. It's about making it through the chaos, the pain, the heartbreak, and still being able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm still here. And when they see you're still standing, that's when they'll really hate you, because they couldn't do it. They couldn't survive what you survived. They couldn't walk through the fire and keep their soul intact. You're going to lose things, people, places, even parts of yourself you thought were essential. But in the end, you'll realize none of that mattered. What matters is that you keep going. Matters is that you show them. Show them that no matter how hard they try to break you, you're unbreakable. They won't understand you. They won't love you. They won't want you, and that's okay, because you don't need them. You never did. What you need is to keep going. Keep pushing. Show them that when they thought you were done, That was just the beginning. You think this world owes you something? Huh? Like maybe if you just keep being a good little soldier, playing by the rules, working your 9 to 5, that somehow it's all gonna pay off? Nah, kid. That's the biggest joke of all. The game's rigged. It's always been rigged. From the second you were born, they had a plan for you. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, they got it all figured out. They slap a number on you, put you in a system, tell you what's right and what's wrong, and then they sit back and watch you dance. And you do it. Like a good little puppet. Yes, sir. No, sir. Trying to get ahead, trying to be something in their eyes. You spend your whole damn life waiting for that validation. That pat on the head. That little moment when someone says, "Hey, you made it. You're one of us now." But guess what? It ain't coming. They don't want you at the table. They never did. The second you get close to being real, the second you start seeing things for what they really are, they'll shut you out, push you aside, laugh at you like you're the punchline to some cosmic joke. But here's the twist, kid. You are the punchline. We all are. You see, life's just one big, sick joke. And the sooner you get that through your thick skull, the sooner you can stop playing by their rules and start making your own. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You think I'm crazy, don't you? Joker's lost his mind again, spouting off nonsense. But look at me. Look at this face. Do I look like someone who's kidding? That's the thing about being real, about showing them the true you. They don't know what to do with it. It terrifies them. All their little games, all their lies and masks, they crumble when they face someone who doesn't need them. You think people admire honesty? Huh? Think they appreciate truth? Hell no. Truth scares them. It's ugly. It's painful. They've spent their whole lives building this fake world to hide in, and when you rip that veil off and show them the mess underneath, they can't take it. They lash out. They call you the villain. Why? Because you had the balls to live in the chaos they've been running from all their lives. Let me tell you a little story, kid. There was this guy, right? Lived his whole life trying to make everyone happy. Did everything right. Got the job, the house, the white picket fence, the whole damn package. But there was something wrong. See, something in his head kept gnawing at him. He felt it deep down that none of it mattered. All that success, all that praise, it was hollow. So one day he stops pretending, stops smiling, stops playing by their rules. He decides he's going to live for himself, for once. You know what happens next? They turn on him. All those friends, gone. Family, doesn't want to know him. Coworkers, laughing behind his back. The guy's left with nothing. Nothing but the cold, hard truth of who he really is. And guess what? That's when he's finally free. Free from their expectations. Free from their judgment. Free from the they spoon-fed him his whole life. But here's the thing, freedom, real freedom, it's a lonely road, kid. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. Most people can't handle it. They need the cage. They need the illusion of safety. The comfort of knowing they're doing what's right in someone else's eyes. But not you. I can see it in your eyes. You're like me. You were born for chaos. Born for the dark. And once you embrace that, once you stop giving a damn about what they think, what they want, what they need you to be, that's when you really start living. But hey, don't get me wrong. It ain't easy. You're going to lose a lot along the way. Friends, family, everything you thought mattered. It's gonna hurt like hell. But pain is good. It reminds you you're alive. Still alive. They won't understand you, and that's okay. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them hate. They're just scared of what you represent. Someone who doesn't need their approval to exist. Someone who's not afraid to show the world their scars, their pain, their ugly truth. And when they see you still standing after all the crap they throw your way, that's when they'll know. That's when they'll realize they can't break you. But here's the trick. Don't give them the satisfaction of thinking they ever could. You take every hit, every insult, every bit of pain they throw your way, and you turn it into fuel. Let it burn inside you until it's the fire that keeps you going. Because at the end of the day, it's not about winning their game or proving them wrong. It's about surviving. It's about making it through this messed up, brutal world with your head held high and your soul intact. And when they look back and see that you're still there, still standing after everything, that's when you've won. You're going to hurt. You're going to cry. You're going to scream at the sky and wonder why the hell life is so damn unfair. But don't you ever let them see you break. That's what they want. They want to see you fall apart. To confirm their little lie that people like you can't survive in their world. But you're not like them. You're stronger. You've got something they'll never have. The courage to face the darkness inside you and still keep moving forward. You ever sit there and wonder why? Why the hell does everything hurt so damn much? You see, kid, that's where most people stop. They feel the pain and they freeze. They get stuck. Trapped in their own misery. Just going through the motions, hoping one day it'll just disappear. But it doesn't. It never does. That pain, that's life, baby. That's the real stuff right there. People want to run from it, numb it, drown it out with down again. Because you're a threat. You remind them of what they're too scared to do, too scared to be. You've lived in the storm, faced the chaos, and survived. While they've hidden in their bubbles, pretending the world isn't a cruel, ugly, unforgiving place. You've seen it for what it really is. And yet, here you are, breathing, standing, living. That's more than most of them can say. But let me tell you something, kid. Surviving, that's just the baseline. It's the bare minimum. Anyone can survive if they're lucky enough, or if they're willing to become another cog in the machine. What I'm talking about, that's something else entirely. I'm talking about thriving, taking that pain, that anger, that fear, and turning it into something unstoppable. You want to know why they fear you? Why they keep trying to bring you down? Why they're desperate to make you fit into their little boxes? It's because they see it. They see what you could become if you ever really unleashed all that energy inside you. They see the potential for chaos, for real unchained power, and it scares the living hell out of them. Because once you stop caring about their rules, their expectations, their pathetic little judgments, you become a wild card. You become dangerous, and people hate what they can't control. Ever notice how they only cheer for you when you're down? Yeah, they'll pat you on the back when you're broken, when you're crying, when you're just another victim in their world. They love that. They eat it up, because it makes them feel better about themselves. But the second you start rising, the second you start putting yourself back together and fighting back, oh no, they can't have that. They'll do everything in their power to knock you down again. But here's the thing, they can't stop you. Not really, because you've already proven you can take the hits. You've already shown that their worst isn't enough to break you. And that's what terrifies them the most. Power, acceptance. The real secret is that we've accepted who we are. The scars, the pain, the chaos, the darkness. We don't run from it. We don't hide it. We embrace it. And that's what makes us unstoppable. Because the moment you stop fighting yourself, the moment you stop pretending to be something you're not, you become something they can't touch. They can't shame you for what you've already embraced. They can't use your pain against you when you've turned it into your armor. You become free. And freedom, real freedom, is terrifying to them. See, they've spent their lives building walls to keep their demons out. They've crafted these fragile little personas to convince themselves they're okay, that they've got it all together. But you tore down those walls. You stared your demons in the face and said, "Is that all you've got?" And now you're here, standing tall, stronger than they could ever imagine. But don't get it twisted, it's not about proving them wrong. It's not about showing them you're better, or stronger, or tougher. It's about proving it to yourself. Every step you take, every battle you fight, every scar you earn, it's all for you. Not for their approval, not for their acceptance, for you. Because the truth is, kid, not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone's going to see your strength and respect it. Not everyone's going to understand your journey. And that's okay. The people who matter, the ones who walk beside you through the fire, they'll see you for who you really are. They'll see the beauty in your chaos, the power in your pain, the strength in your scars. And the rest, let them go. You don't need them. You never did. You're walking a path they'll never understand. And that's what makes it yours. So keep going. Keep rising. Keep fighting. Because every step you take is a step closer to the version of yourself you're too afraid to become. And that's how you win. Intelligence? Power? Nah, it's none of that. What sets you apart is will. The will to keep pushing forward when everything around you is collapsing. The will to stand tall, even when the weight of the world is pressing down on you. The will to look at them, defiant, and say, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I'm not going anywhere. Most people, they crumble. The first sign of trouble and they fold. They break under pressure. But not you. You've got something inside you. Something unshakable, unbreakable. Something that refuses to give up, refuses to quit. And that terrifies them. You're going to be tested, kid. Over and over again. Life's going to throw everything it's got at you. It's going to try to grind you down, to make you give up, to convince you that you're not strong enough. But you are. Deep down, you know there's something bigger on the other side of all this. Something worth every ounce of pain, every drop of sweat, every tear. You want to show them who you really are? The version of you they can't even begin to handle? Then don't just survive. Thrive, rise. Rise from the ashes of their expectations, of their doubts, of their petty limitations. Become something so fierce, so unstoppable, they can't even comprehend it. They'll try to tear you down. They'll try to break your spirit, crush your dreams, suffocate your fire. But here's the secret. They can't destroy what they don't understand. And they will never, ever understand you. So let them try. Let them hate. Let them fear. It doesn't matter, because in the end, you're the one who'll walk through the fire and come out stronger than ever. You're the one who'll stand tall, unbroken, untouchable. And when they finally see that, when they realize they couldn't break you, couldn't crush you, couldn't stop you, that's when they'll understand just how dangerous you really are.